There are two types of humoral immunity: active humoral immunity and passive humoral immunity. You'll need to know the difference. In active immunity, an antigen binds with the BCR, the B cell is activated, proliferates, and produces effector cells as well as memory cells. Notice that I have memory cells in blue. This is the key. During active immunity, you are producing memory cells which will provide immunological memory. In other words, they will protect you in the future if you are exposed to the same antigen. There are two ways to acquire active immunity: naturally, which means that you get infected with the antigen, so you get sick, and in the process, you are going to produce the memory cells. Artificially acquired active immunity involves vaccines. There are three types of vaccines. Those containing live attenuated pathogens. These are pathogens that have been weakened, usually by the removal of the molecules that bring about the illness. Also, there are vaccines that contain inactivated dead pathogens or just components or molecules of that pathogen. Then the inactivated dead vaccines, or the vaccines that consist of just molecules of the pathogen. The third type of vaccine is a messenger RNA vaccine with instructions for the synthesis of a protein on that foreign cell or virus which activates the lymphocytes. Passive immunity does not produce memory cells. In passive immunity, you are given the antibodies. The antibodies are what provide the immune response or the protection in humoral immunity. The downside to this is that this will not provide immunological memory. It will not protect you against future infections by the same antigen. But these can be given in the interim, so after infection, you can be given an antibody to protect you until you produce antibodies through the encounter. So this provides you some protection immediately. It takes a little while for the B cells to become activated, proliferate, differentiate, and begin to produce antibodies. The cells produce antibodies. So this protects you during that lag period. There are two ways to acquire passive immunity: naturally acquired, and this can occur across the placenta. Mother can provide these antibodies to the fetus across the placenta, as well as breastfeeding. So you have antibodies in your breast milk, and the infant then will have some protection. Or artificially acquired, and this is when you get a shot. Recall that there are three types of globulins: alpha and beta, which are carrier proteins in your plasma, and gamma globulins, which are antibodies. So you can receive a gamma globulin shot. And examples of these shots are anti-serums, antitoxins, and antivenoms. So let's say I get bitten by a copperhead, I can have an anti-venom shot, and that's going to provide the antibodies to help neutralize the venom